big show lineup for you today. We've got your Highness coming up today.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, he will be here at 7:20, give you some betting advice and just maybe life advice, Bob. Just maybe some of that too. We'll close out the week with the best in the best way possible. AJ Hawk will join us at 7:40. Lots to get into today. Lots of NFL talk. Lots of college football. It's a big day, potentially. By the way, last night the Reds were off. The host of Brewers tonight at 6:40. The Brewers won 12 in a row, Bob. And they come into Cincinnati for a 3-game set.
The Brewers have won 17-21, or
is that what it is? It was 12 in a row. Yeah, it's huge.
Along with the 12 in a row, they had like a 10 or 11 game win streak not too long before that. They were like under 500 like late May, I want to say, and they're like 7 games
maybe
over everybody else for the best record in baseball.
It's some crazy number for like their last number.
Guards beat the Marlins 9-4. Braves are in Cleveland tonight at 7:10. I think both the Reds and the Guards are a half game out of the last wild card spot, so they're both inching up there. Yesterday, Bob, Quinshon Judkins, the Broward State Attorney's Office told ESPN yesterday that they're not going to Broward County. What did I say? Broward State. It's Broward State. No, it's Broward State Attorney's Office. Is what it says. That's what the story at ESPN said.
Broward's a county in Florida.
I understand. If they have a state attorney's office, so in there.
Maybe the state attorney's office in Broward County?
Might be, yeah. Could be. There we go. But they said they're not going to press charges or file charges. AI. It could be. Who needs copy editors? But Quinshon Judkins, though, he's not going to face a formal misdemeanor battery charge for what happened down there. So the NFL obviously could still do something if they wanted to. I don't know if I got to believe this. It makes it less likely. Is that fair to say, Bob?
I would say, yeah. Unless they had evidence outside of what the prosecutors have seen, then you know what? I can't imagine them doing anything.
We've got 2 NFL games tonight. Tennessee plays Atlanta at 7 o'clock, and Kansas City is in Seattle at 10 o'clock tonight.
Just want to let you. What was that? What games were those?
NFL preseason.
Oh, okay. Just want to let you know, Baseball Bob was coming strong with the fact that the Brewers have lost 4 games since the All-Star break.
That was, Bob, I'm telling you, that's one of the
July
things.
July 18th. I'm here for my baseball knowledge.
I woke up, my head stapled to the carpet.
Sewn to the carpet.
Stapled be a little more painful.
Anything, Eddie?
Sorry, okay.
Something to eat, some more eggnog.
Listen, I'll be honest with you.
I'm doing just fine.
I don't want to impose.
Based on these first 3 minutes for me, it might be a rough show for me. I've already had several errors, it feels like.
If it's not rough, it's not you, Jeff.
Thank you very much. We got a much beefier schedule tomorrow. Cleveland's in Philadelphia. Shador's not going to play. Dylan Gabriel is. Yeah, it could be could be. You don't know about that, but it could very well be. But Shador and will not be playing tomorrow night. You'll see Dylan Gabriel going against Philadelphia. And then the Steelers host Tampa Bay tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Artie's going to that game.
Nice.
Take him to a preseason game because I don't want to. If he peters out and wants to go home at halftime or whatever, I don't feel so bad.
Well, halftime, dude. If he's up the whole game, I mean that game's not going to get over until like 10:30.
Yeah, and then
11 o'clock.
Yeah, so Heather's taking him to that game tomorrow. Bengals are in action on Monday.
Well, you're not taking him. She is.
No, listen, man. I work for a living. Monday, yeah, they're going to drive to Pittsburgh. She has family out there. They're going to spend the night out there and come home on Sunday. I think they got some kind of. Got soccer on Sunday. I'm not sure. Anyway,
has Monday Night Football always been a thing in the preseason? I saw that for the Bengals this weekend.
Has
it? Okay. Yeah. I just must have.
They have like a featured game. They have like the Sunday night game, the Monday night game. Okay. They still do that.
The Sunday night game, Buffalo Chicago's on Fox, and then the Monday night game's on ESPN with Cincinnati at Washington. But that's going on this weekend as far as that goes. But Bob, this is now the time where you make me as smart as you possibly can.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, General, do your thing.
That's what I do, Thitoff.
I know.
My thing.
Your thing.
It is Friday, August 15th. Almost halfway through the month. Yeah, we will be at noon.
Yes. Coaster Bob.
Coaster Bob for the month. Ready to cruise on downhill. 227 days remaining in the year, 227 days down, 138 days remaining in this 2025. Let's put that in the books. We had that Coaster Bob back right around Shark's retirement.
Yes, we did.
I've just been hacking off days one at a time. This date, 1519, Panama City, Panama is founded. You know, I didn't know if the, who is it?
Van Halen, right?
Van Halen's singing. I mean, was that Panama City, Florida, or Panama City, Panama?
All I know is it was a great video.
That's true. Funny story about that. Jason Witten used to think that he was singing Cannonball and not Panama. It was amazing to break that to a 25-year-old man
Bob,
in the NFL.
Look, I often say that you people.
Yeah. There we go. How's that feel on Friday morning? Feels like winning to me.
That you people.
Who are you people? What do you mean, you people?
Football players. I think in the past, you guys get bad raps for being not that smart. Okay?
Educated.
Right. And I always defend that and say, you know what? You have no idea. Like, I consider you a very intelligent person.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm the most highly educated person that walks into these doors every day, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
let's just tap the brakes.
I don't know
Let's think
anybody
about
else
it a
that's
little
got
bit.
a master's degree plus,
I don't,
which is what I have.
I don't know. I didn't do the research on that, but so I don't want to just throw some statement out there like that. I'm just telling you though, and
education doesn't equal intelligence. Though,
that's also very fair. I've got a high school diploma, but it's and look how smart I am. But football players though, with how much the way they have to like offensive linemen, quarterback, knowing the calls.
I would love people to come in and sit there in the Ohio State defensive meeting room and listen to all the calls.
My point, what I was trying to get to was the fact that Jason Witten thought this was Cannonball at the age of 25.
Well, he's such a big fan of Cannonball Run, so I think he just kind of...
I do respect that.
It just SEC education, Tito.
Look,
I'm
just saying. He graduated from Tennessee.
Well,
he only stayed 3.
It knocked down my theory a little bit, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, did not get that done. Then in 1914, the Panama Canal opens to the public. So how about that? You know, just
here we go.
A little under 400 years after its founding. Then this happened in 1939. The Wizard of Oz premieres at Grauman's Chinese Theater in Los Angeles.
My, people come and go so quickly here. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. You're out to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. You'll find he is a wizard who is, if ever a wiz there was.
What a dumb movie.
It's the first color movie.
I understand it.
Is it really?
Yeah. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean
Look
it's
at that.
good.
You learn something new every day.
There you go.
That's
9 minutes in.
Yeah, it really wasn't a success when it first came out. But yeah, did you get these clips or did Nate?
I did.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. I was hoping that he did. I was going to see. That's why I was curious as to what was grabbed when I see this stuff. Yeah, first color movie though.
I know. It's significant, but it's not.
I mean, Judy Garland, she was great.
Turned out well.
I mean, were the Munchkins? What are those guys called?
They were called.
Oompa Loompas?
No, they were the Munchkins.
That's another.
They were the Munchkins, weren't they?
They called the Munchkins?
Yeah, the Munchkins. Yeah.
I didn't know if any of them also starred in.
I don't know if we
starred in Wolf of Wall Street.
I don't. I have an idea. Let's have flying monkeys. That's just stupid, Bob.
Well, I mean, you haven't done enough drugs yet.
That's exactly what that was. That right there,
Your mind just isn't where it needs to be.
Yes, I'm surprised.
It's Friday morning. I thought you'd
Ringo
be there.
wasn't in that movie. Go ahead.
Shark would usually come on in smelling like Liz Claiborne and covered in glitter on Friday mornings.
Besmirched Shark.
That was most days, though, also.
Yes.
This day, 1950, the Cleveland Indians record their first triple play at the new Cleveland Stadium.
Neil Ball? Who was it?
Neil Diamond.
Who's the guy who did the triple play?
I don't know.
I think, God, that's weird. If I know that.
That's good.
That's a pretty specific thing to know.
First triple play for the Guards, Indians.
Cleveland Baseball Club.
There you go.
Indians team. Okay.
This day, 1945, Emperor Hiroshima broadcasts the declaration of the surrender in Japan to World War II.
Received this afternoon a message from the Japanese government in reply to the message forwarded to that government by the Secretary of State on August 11th. I deem this reply a full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan In the reply, there is no qualification. Arrangements are now being made for the formal signing of the surrender terms at the earliest possible moment. Meantime, the Allied armed forces have been ordered to suspend offensive action. The proclamation of VJ Day must await upon the formal signing of the surrender terms by Japan.
How about that?
More importantly, July 19th, 1909, Neil Ball had a triple play. He was the first player to turn an unassisted triple play Major League Baseball.
Unassisted, there you go.
Yes, that's what it was. But it was July.
Tag, touch.
He caught a line drive, stepped on second base, and tagged the runner from first coming in to complete the play. So, Neil Ball was that, but it was July 19th, 1909.
Not Neil Diamond.
Not Neil Diamond.
1960, it's now or never. It's now or never was.
Bon Jovi.
Hey, you were the one that I gave these to yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I knew it wasn't.
Fine.
I didn't.
Days all blend
correct
together.
You on that one.
You know, sometimes you tell the day by the bottle that you drink.
That's what I've heard.
This date, 1965, the Beatles play to 60,000 fans in Shea Stadium, thus birthing Stadium Rock.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, honored by their country, decorated by their queen, and loved here in America, here are the Beatles. Hello. Hello. Oh. Hello. Hey. Hello. Hey. Hello. Hello, Paul. Hello,
That was Ed Sullivan introducing them? That's pretty cool. It sounded like Ed Sullivan, too. It sounded like.
I think that was like the first big concert in a stadium.
I just looked this up because I was curious, Bob. You and I.
Stadium Rock was born, so.
You and I are spoiled when we go see Springsteen because he plays for 3 hours. You know, it's a great show.
Well, I mean, he's getting old, too. I saw him 2000.
I think I've seen him 4.
I saw him 16 years ago when he was still like younger and still running pretty hard. I took my parents to go see him because they never had seen him before, and they're huge fans.
The reason I brought that up is because I was curious how long Beatles concerts normally were.
Hour and a half?
No, according to the internet, a lot of their concerts were like around 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Jeez. They would do a 30-minute concert when they would go out there.
Quick set. Yeah, I mean, listen.
They had short songs, I get it, but still.
Hey, give him a little dialogue. Well, Bruce gives you that dialogue in between.
He does.
Tells you what you need to think about the world.
Absolutely.
I always appreciate that.
Yes.
Celebrities telling me what to do. It's okay. This date, 1968, Rocky Raccoon was recorded by the Beatles. And in 1969, Woodstock opens at Mass Yeager's Dairy Farm.
The Woodstock Music and Art Fair, the 3-day Aquarian Exposition at White Lake and Bethel, New York, will give you uncomplicated, unhurried, calm days of peace and music. Friday, August 15th, you'll hear stars such as Joan Baez, Arlo Guthrie, Tim Hardin, Richie Havens, Ravi Shankar, and many others. Saturday, August 16th, Canned Heat, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Grateful Dead, Janis Joplin, Jefferson Airplane, and The Who. Sunday, August 17th, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Santana, Jimi Hendrix, Johnny Winter, and that's not all. Campgrounds will be open for 2 days before the festival. There are over 600 acres of land to roam, bazaars to browse, creative workshops. Heavy traffic is anticipated, so leave early if you wish to arrive on time. Tickets for the Woodstock Music and Arts Fair are $7, $14, and $18 for 1, 2, or 3 days and can be purchased in advance at most local record stores. No checks will be accepted at the gate. Be at the Woodstock Music and Arts Fair August 15th, 16th, and 17th in Bethel, New York.
How about that? 2 days. Listen, I like to get a good pregame in, Bodie.
Before the pregame.
But 2 days of pregame. That's all.
I could not have handled the dirt, the mud, just it wasn't. The bands have been great.
But the relations.
Yeah, no, well, the relations certainly happen as well. Yeah, but I just
dirt in the mud and the bulls in the blood, Tito.
I wouldn't have done that. As much as I'd love to see the music and all that stuff.
That's a pretty star-studded lineup.
Well,
how many performers do you think are alive that perform there?
That's a great question.
What percentage?
That's
I'd say under 50.
That's exactly.
I'm sure it's under 50%.
Under 25%. Like Carlos Santana's still alive.
Right, but
outside of that,
I bet it's. I would say it's closer to like. I bet 10%.
I mean, it was quite a while ago, and there's.
Yeah, would you say 60?
69, right? So you figure, that was 56 years ago. And those guys.
It was the summer of 69.
Yes, it was. Ooh. And those.
Connect the dots.
Bought my first real six-string.
He was.
Down at the 5.
Brian Adams was like 11 in 1969. He writes about this thing.
He was at Woodstock.
I know. He writes about the summer of 69. It's what it is.
What are you going to say? Summer 71?
It's disingenuous. It's disingenuous.
1977. I'm impressed you found something on this, Bodie.
It was all over the internet.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, most of the videos are exactly what you're about to hear, just somebody like narrating it.
Yeah. So the Big Ear, a radio telescope at Ohio State University, receives a signal from deep space.
On the 15th of August, 1977, the Big Ear Radio Telescope at Ohio State University's Perkins Observatory detected a mysterious signal. The observatory detected a strong and unusual radio signal at the frequency of 1,420.356 megahertz. This signal was not from Earth. It exhibited a narrowband, continuous, and strong signal that was approximately 30 times the background noise. The signal came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, specifically from a region where no known terrestrial or celestial sources should emit such a strong signal at that frequency. Despite continuous attempts, we have not been able to locate this signal again. Take a listen to the signal.
That's what it'll sound like before they open up and the lasers shoot down on us.
That just sounds like...
like we're about to die.
Sounds like Anytown, USA in the evening with the crickets.
Is that exactly what Jeff Goldblum found?
Yeah, that's what he found.
That is what he found.
The TV signals?
Aaron Rodgers to them said, "I told you so."
Joan Baez still alive. Arlo Guthrie. John Fogerty from CCR.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Carlos Santana, like you mentioned. Grace Slick.
She's got to be 80-something.
Oh, yeah, at least. 2 members of The Who are still alive. The founding members of Sha Na Na, 2 of them are still alive. Sly and the Family Stone, they have several members from that group. And also Crosby, Stills, and Nash, all still alive.
It's Crosby, Stills' birthday the other day, I thought.
Well, Crosby and Stills, it's 2 people.
Both of them.
Oh, they're the same birthday?
I think it was Crosby's.
Was it? Yeah.
This day, 1981, a true banger out there. Endless Love by Lionel Richie and Diana Ross. It's number 1. You will always be. Friends listen to Endless Love in the Dark. Endless love. I think that came up when Happy Gilmore was on a date with Virginia Bennett. So I thought we were just friends. He's like, friends listen to Endless Love in the Dark.
That was a banger.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's tremendous. The soundtrack to Happy, Adam Sandler does a good job putting those together. That was my one gripe with the new one. The soundtrack I thought could have been better. And then this date, 1990, Mark McGwire becomes the first man to ever hit 30 home runs in his first 4 consecutive seasons. Some birthdays today. The little dictator himself, Napoleon Bonaparte, born on this date, 1769.
Nice.
Gary Kubiak, Broncos Super Bowl winning head coach, turning 64. Deborah Messing, cannot believe this, turning 57 today.
I made these kebabs for Grace once. She totally fell in love with the recipe.
Liar! How could I fall in love with your kebabs? I've never had them. Diane had your kebabs, but apparently I wasn't good enough for your kebabs.
By the way, I know it seems like I need to drink in order to have sex. I don't, it just makes it better.
Have another.
That's a pretty...
Nobody finds you interesting.
Except your husband and your best friend?
Wow.
I never watched that show.
Will and Grace, I used to watch it. Not religiously, but I watched it enough to have a pretty good idea what was going on. It's a great line, though.
Yeah.
Anthony Anderson, the actor and comedian, turning 55 today.
Okay, Maggie, look. Let me break it down to you how it's going to happen. They're going to come through that door and be good cop, bad cop. Don't fall for that, all right? That's why I ate their food. So they put the plate of donuts out here to test your guilt. If you don't touch it, you're guilty. I ate the whole plate. The whole plate. Okay? It's me and you. They walk through that door, you don't say nothing.
She did it! She did it! She's the one you want! All right, I was just sitting at home watching cartoons, playing video games with my cousin, and she came in there.
Glenn,
all right?
you're free!
Hey, I am not going to jail for you or anybody else. I have done nothing bad my entire life. Hey, man, I'm still a virgin. Okay, so what? I downloaded a couple of thousand songs off the internet. Who hasn't? Who hasn't?
Glenn, shut up!
No, you shut up! Don't talk to me! Don't talk to me, criminal!
Oh, Sugar Rush.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know if you were going to get something from... He's got a nice movie catalog. Blackish, he's got a lot of good...
He's on Law & Order, too.
He was on Law & Order. I really enjoyed him in Blackish. Very, very funny. Ben Affleck turning 53 years young today.
Because tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'll be 50. And I'll still be doing this shit. And that's all right. That's fine. I mean, you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket. You're too much of a pussy to cash it in. And that's bullshit. Because I'd do fucking anything to have what you got. So would any of these fucking guys. It'd be an insult to watch if you're still here in 20 years. Hanging around here is a fucking waste of your time. You don't know that. I don't? No, you don't know that. Oh, I don't know that. Let me tell you what I do know. Every day I come by your house and I pick you up. And we go out, we have a few drinks and a few laughs, and it's great. You know what the best part of my day is? For about 10 seconds from when I pull up to the curb and when I get to your door. Because I think maybe I'll get up there and I'll knock on the door and you won't be there. No goodbye, no see you later, no nothing. I'm just left. I don't know much, but I know that.
Great movie. God,
it's really one of the best parts of the movie. And then you've seen Good Will Hunting, have you not, Bodie?
Yes, I have. Yep.
And then when he goes up at the very end,
yes,
he knocks on the door and he's just
stole
gone.
my line. Yeah,
and it's good. Like I thought that was. It's a very well written movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
those two wrote it too, didn't they?
Yeah,
Black and Damon. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Louis C.K. bit about it though was hysterical when he talks about it. He said, you know, Good Will Hunting, great movie. He said, but you can tell who wrote it. Because Matt Damon wrote all the parts for himself. Like, oh, I'm this genius who never went to school. And, you know. And,
see, what I've heard, and maybe that's Louis C.K.'s joke on it, but like what I heard is Affleck primarily wrote it.
Yeah.
And like the one thing he was smart enough was to realize that he was Pippen and David was Jordan. So gave the A role to Jordan in that.
And then he talks about how, you know, what if the guy says he doesn't like apples? Of course he's going to say he likes apples. You wrote the movie because the joke is not there. Do you like apples? He goes, no. What are you going to do? You know, and of course, he was this genius guy who always gets in fights and wins and gets the girl and all this stuff. And he said, of course he wrote it for himself.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's why, listen, it's better than reality.
Yes.
That's why we go watch movies to escape reality, Thitoff. Kerry Walsh Jennings, the 3-time gold medalist, 1 bronze medalist in beach volleyball, turning 47 today, getting up there. Gosh, she was so good for such a long time. Mm-hmm. And then Jennifer Lawrence, curious to hear what Bodie pulled from this, turning 35 today.
I want the rebels to know that I'm alive.
Hunger Games.
That I'm in District 8, where the Capitol just bombed a hospital filled with unarmed men, women, and
Thitoff
children.
Doesn't know what that means.
And there will be no survivors.
My wife's seen all the Hunger Games, but I haven't seen any of them.
If you think for 1 second that the Capitol will ever treat us fairly, you are lying to yourselves. Because we know who they are and what they do. This is what they do, and we must fight back. I have a message for President Snow. You can torture us and bomb us and burn our districts to the ground. But do you see that? Fire is catching. And if we burn, you burn with us.
think that was at the end of the second one, Catching Fire.
That sounds right, yeah. I've only watched through them once, so I don't remember the exact sequence of events there. But you ever seen her in
X-Men? Saw that too.
What is his name? Bradley Cooper in
Silver Linings Playbook. Yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah, that's a really good one.
I think I've seen parts of it.
It's really good.
Clips.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be a watch for me this week.
That's a good movie. Yeah, it's a good flick, yeah. De Niro in it, too? Yep.
That sounds right.
Yeah, Robert De Niro was his dad.
Yes.
Bradley Cooper's dad.
I read all the books. When I was up in New England, the first one, the movie came out. So I watched the movie, and then I was like, gosh, that's so good. Like, I really enjoyed it. And then Gonzo was like, yeah, there's books. I was like, wait, what? So then I went, and we were living in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Mike Hartline, Brian's younger brother, who played quarterback at Cincinnati, who was there, and then Gonzo. We had a 2-bedroom. Mike was paying a little less. He slept in the kitchen or in the dining room. Okay. We just had mattresses on the floor. We had fold-up chairs, and a TV on a cardboard box that we only could get broadcast. And this was like 2012 before streaming was a thing. And we had Wi-Fi so we could look stuff up and be on the internet. So I read a lot of books.
Yeah.
I would be at the facility till about 2:30, 3 o'clock every day in the off season. And then we'd come home, watch some daytime. We'd watch Maury together every day.
Right.
Jerry. And then we'd go, Jerry Springer, we'd go watch some You Are Not the Father.
Right, oh yeah.
And then I'd read some books. Gonzo started studying for the GMAT, and he got me studying for the GMAT with him. And then we would eat at Chipotle every night, and then we would read a little more and go to bed. And that was the entertainment. That was the itinerary basically every day. And so I read the first one after seeing the movie, then read the subsequent 2. And I don't think I even ever saw, because they broke the third book into 2 movies, and I never even saw the second part of the third movie. So I'm going to have to go back and watch that. 'Cause my wife was talking, my oldest son Archie goes, Dad, that's kind of symbolic of America and different oppression and this. I go, in the different regions. I'm like, yeah, bud, that's why they write the books. It's that's the purpose. Go look at George Orwell. Throughout history, you're going to be able to see different people that write about different times and what things look like.
The next movie comes out, I think it's next fall.
Yeah, the prequel.
Is she in that one?
Yeah.
No.
No.
The
she
prequels.
Won't be. Yeah. That's Woody Harrelson's when he went into the games.
But I wish it was Woody. It's not him.
Yeah, no, that would be great.
The best part of that movie was when I found out Woody Harrelson was there.
Yeah, he's so good in that.
Come in there just as a drunk.
Smaller role a little bit.
Yeah, but that's the best part.
Yeah.
He's just Hamish?
Yeah, Hamish. Something like that, yeah.
Just awesome fall down drunk. And then he becomes redeeming, and I don't like that. I prefer my Woody Harrelson to be drunk all the time. And then passings on this day, Will Rogers passed away in 1935, the famed actor. Some holidays and observances today. It is National Relaxation Day, Statehood in Hawaii Day, Julia Child's birthday, National Best Friends Day, National Failures Day as well. And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, August 15th. 227th day of the year and 138 remaining this 2025.
Well done as always, General. We should find out something potentially significant by noon today. We'll discuss that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
You know what hope is? Hope is action. Carving a path forward, even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them. Safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together. All of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
We built a brand new studio just for Bobby, and Tito has already ruined it just by being here.
I'm pregnant.
This is Morning Juice.
It is Morning Juice. Tito, Carpenter, Bodie Wells. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to the Juicers in the chat. Always love interacting with you.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town, the opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working locally right here with you in Central Ohio. Understand the business climate in our area and will help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business up and running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank, they're going to tailor the solution that best fits your needs. That's the best part of working local. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in and get to know them in person. 6300 France Road, Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So, Bob, we're supposed to find out today before noon what the punishments are for Michigan on the sign stealing scandal is what it's being called. And I'm curious. I don't know if you've talked to people.
Curious like a cat?
Yes.
Why they call you Whiskers?
Why they call me Whiskers. That's right.
Did Jim Harbaugh order the code red?
Yes. And what do you... Ohio State...
I think that's acknowledged that Jim Harbaugh ordered the
said,
code
you're
red.
God dang right I did.
Yeah. But, Bob, what I don't have a clue on what this punishment's going to be, if it's going to be something like a slap on the wrist or if it's going to be more of a hammer type thing.
Maybe somewhere in between.
Is that what you're leaning toward? Like, do you think I can't see them? I don't know. I don't think they're going to do anything to try to make them vacate the championship, or they could maybe. I don't think they're going to forfeit wins either. I think there'll be a hefty fine. Maybe there'll be a postseason ban, I guess, for a year or two. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to do that.
They're not going to do that. What do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. After listening to Rob Petitti go up and kind of lobby for him.
Yeah.
Saying that we punished him during the season, which was true. It was the first time there's ever been a punishment like that come down in the real time of it happening, or as close as you could get to it. But then again, like everybody in the Big Ten was. Here's the thing that people think is just Ohio State. It was not. I mean, Greg Schiano was at Rutgers complaining about it. I mean, Michigan State was
He
playing.
complained about it on a
during
halftime interview.
You got some funny stuff going on over there with some of the
What do you
signals
mean,
and play.
Greg?
And then if you're Michigan State, you're like, you had somebody at our game against another team.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, like it wasn't just Ohio State. I mean, it was all like, this is the one thing, I mean, all James Franklin, they were doing stuff at Penn, every other school that was currently in the Big Ten. I mean, heck, they were doing it for Rutgers, for heaven's sake.
Right.
For Rutgers, Bodie.
I know. Didn't do it for TCU, though.
No.
No, of course not.
Whoops. No, they didn't get them on the advanced scouting report.
But what I don't know what's going to. I don't think it's going to whatever they do, I think Ohio State fans will probably lean towards it's not enough. Michigan fans won't care. Like, we won a title. We don't care about that. I don't know if it's going to change anything about the way fans feel about it right now.
I don't think. I mean, here's the thing. How many years ago was that?
Right.
I mean, Michigan's won a title. Ohio State's won a title. It's been 2 years ago now.
Right. I think it's widely.
I'm not saying they shouldn't be punished, but this is just the glacial speed that they move at, and people are saying, "Wow, we're going to have this new committee and the NIL clearinghouse and all that." Like, why would I believe that you're going to be able to do anything at any type of speed? Given
that's the way I look at it too. Yeah, this has gone on for as long as it has.
Because by the time it gets there, people are like, I don't care about it anymore, and it's like we live in such a microwave society,
right?
That the slow roast, if you're going to sit there and get on a nice, like a Traeger or a green egg and do some smoking, nobody has the time for that, even though that's what tastes the best.
Yeah, I don't think
just pop in a TV dinner.
It's
be on my way.
Hungry man.
It is nothing that I think that no matter what the NCAA does. First of all, Michigan will probably try to appeal whatever it is, but what I want to know though is if they're going to suspend more than the 2 games that Michigan's imposed that are in their 3rd and 4th games of the year.
You want to pick your games.
I know. That's what you should do. Yeah. Like usually when you tell a kid
that Oklahoma game's big, you're going to want Sharon Moore out there.
It's huge for him.
You want him on that wall.
It's alma mater. And so I hope that they extend that suspension a little bit and say, you're not going to pick the games. He's going to be out for 4 games, and it's the first 4 games of the year or whatever. Or they say you're suspended for the Ohio State game. Do something like that. Nonetheless, what I'm saying is, Bob, I don't know. It's been so long now, and we have heard numerous times different timelines when they're going to announce it. You remember? Like it's going to come out by this date. We're going to have the final answer by this day. We're going to have this, everyone speculated there were some different breadcrumbs thrown out there that made you think it was happening sooner.
Easter eggs now.
They were Easter eggs. You can call them that also.
No one gets the Hansel and Gretel references anymore. Do you know who Hansel and Gretel are, Bodie?
I've heard the names, but I couldn't tell you exactly what it comes from.
Well, Hansel's from...
he and his brothers had a big band.
Well, no, it's Hanson.
Oh, sorry about that.
Hansel, he's from the movie with the male models, Ben Stiller, Blue
is that
Steel.
Is that I haven't seen the movie, but it's like the I know what you're talking about. I've seen clips. I haven't seen the movie though.
Dodgeball?
No, it's not. It's like he's like the model dude, and Will Ferrell's in that one also.
I can't remember. It's terrible that I can't remember this. Zoolander,
yeah.
That's a joke. It's not. But
that's
Hansel and Gretel were a boy and a girl.
Fictional brother and sister
that got eaten by a woman.
Eaten by a witch.
Yes.
All right.
Anyway, they got lost.
They actually didn't get eaten. They got away.
I thought they got eaten. I don't know which book there's different versions.
Did she come back and
What's
catch
the name of the book?
I don't remember. Hansel and Gretel.
Stories. Oh, okay. I don't never even read a book. My grandma used to tell me a story.
Audiobook's awesome. But anyway, they go out, they get lost in the woods, but they drop breadcrumbs behind them so they can see where they came from, so they don't get...
That makes sense.
Right, yeah.
And they find a nice old lady that's going to feed them.
Yeah, and then throws them in the oven.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
She's going to feed somebody.
She finds them up. No, they gave him a stick. He kept feeding them. No, I think they get away.
I don't... different versions again, Bob. I'm not sure. And by the way, this concludes your Brothers Grimm segment of Morning Juice. I don't know how we went from Michigan getting punished to Hansel and Gretel, but we did. I'm sure I took us there, but nonetheless.
I understood the Easter eggs reference.
I'm sure you did, youngster, but it's just we've been deceived so often on when they're going to announce this stuff. It's almost like we're numb to it now, but we'll see what happens today. It's like before noon. Somebody asked me yesterday if they think it'll be announced while we're on the air. I don't think it'll be before 8 a.m. I see a 9 or 10 a.m. kind of thing probably for this, but we'll find that out.
Friday night, maybe a Friday 3 o'clock news dump.
Yeah. I think, but they said by noon though. Before noon they're going to announce.
Well, maybe it's in L.A.
That's good. It's fair, Bobby.
Listen,
very
Big
fair.
Ten's a coast-to-coast conference.
It is. You're right. We are.
Yes. You can't just live in this Eastern. Hey, don't give me this East Coast bias. Come on.
You're right. It's Midwest Coast bias now. By the way, so yeah, we'll find out. We won't have it on the show, I wouldn't think, but by all means, we'll talk about it on Monday. Coming up next, Quick Hitters, Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you, or walk down a flight of stairs without groaning step by step. Hey, that was me. And I had to deal with that for all the years of playing football. But I went and saw my friends over at QC Kinetics, and it disappeared. I didn't have to tough it out anymore. Call over QC Kinetics with Dr. Wolkoff and get your free consultation. It's regenerative medicine, folks. There are thousands of patients who will tell you that they wish they would have done it sooner, just like I did. I'm glad I did, and my experience was tremendous. You go in, you have a consult, they lay out the plan, they talk about it. It's no pills, it's no scalpels. It's just your own body's biologics treating you and helping heal you. So find out if you're a good candidate. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices all around Central Ohio, so be sure to go and check them out.
It's been a real journey since 2014 when I first had my injury. I realized that my home was just not working for me and that it was time to ask for help. Homes for Our Troops is really giving me my life back. The shower allows me to go in and turn around with my chair, pull down storage racks, automated door systems, hours of my morning given back to me. Adaptive sports are a huge part of my life, a huge part of my healing journey as well. Homes for Our Troops helped with making sure that I had a home gym so that I can continue to train. This past year, I was able to host Thanksgiving in my home. And it was the first time I was able to have my whole family in one place, and I was able to contribute to the meal. There are a lot more veterans in need, and Homes for Our Troops is going to be there to help them too.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we.
Brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Yes, Morning Juice. We are sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin and Event Risk Elite Protection. Appreciate their relationship with us. Now, though, the other guy whose relationship we really enjoy, that of Bodie Wells. Let's do some quick hitters.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
He's Bodie Wells.
Happy Friday, guys.
Sir.
It is our second to last, or maybe our last if you're really into high school football, last non-football Friday here today. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice is expected to have his disciplinary hearing with the NFL next month on September 30th. He pleaded guilty in district court to 2 third-degree felony charges for his role in a multi-car crash in Dallas that left multiple people injured during the 2024 offseason. With his NFL hearing not taking place until the end of next month, he is now likely to be able to play the first 4 weeks of this season before any potential discipline. Bobby, do you think his potential suspension coming in the middle of the season could actually be worse than if he just served it to start the year?
Yeah, well, the Chiefs got a lot of really talented wideouts. They're just young, and how much are they going to get to work together? That's the question. I got out of my silo and was listening to Bishop and Friends yesterday, and maybe 2 days ago, they were previewing Kansas City and what they look like, and the gentleman they had on from there, they've got good young wideouts, but will any of them be there together and be playing at the same time given this situation? So, I don't know, better with a fast start, then you take some time off versus not playing at all the first 4, and then you get 13 in a row. I don't know. It's 6 one way, half dozen another. I wish I could be more convicted for you, Bodie, on this. If you told me Pat Mahomes was missing time, then we could have a conversation.
Yeah.
But all the rest of the guys, the Pips, I think we're good.
The thing is, they're all Pips, though, Bobby. Like that, it's like, yes, he's a great receiver, but you've got Xavier Worthy there, you got Hollywood Brown, you got Juju Smith-Schuster, you got Kelsey, obviously. I don't think, I mean, yes, it'd be great for the Chiefs if they had him the entire season, but I don't really think it's going to hurt them that much to not have him. And middle of the season, you know, as long as he's back by the playoffs, where the Chiefs will be in the playoffs, they'll probably play in the AFC Championship game again. We'll see. But it's like, I don't know, like, I don't think they're going to miss him that much. I think they have such a unique situation where they can put anybody in there and they'll be good. It's almost like the old Bum Phillips thing with when it comes to Andy Reid. He'll take his guys and beat your guys, and then he'll take your guys and beat his guys.
Didn't say his take his in and beat urine.
Yeah, I know you're right. I didn't want to say urine, but yeah, that's what it is, though.
No, he has Pat Mahomes. He'll take Pat Mahomes. And
you're right. Yeah, anybody else, and beat you. And
I'll take your receivers with Pat Mahomes and beat you.
I don't even think they were that great last year.
No.
And they went 11-1 in one-score games, which seems impossible.
Sure.
Well,
and then they still played
Mahomes.
and then they still made it to the Super Bowl. Now they got hammered by Philadelphia.
Sure they did,
but hey, there's a lot of teams who would sign up for 2 Super Bowl wins and then a third year where you get.
I think a certain team a couple hours north of here would do that. Northeast of here,
I could think of 29 of them.
Yes.
Outside of basically Philly and Kansas City. College football here, guys, in honor of the first ever AP All-American team taking place back in 1925. The Associated Press revealed their all-time American first and second teams yesterday. I have the full rosters here, so if you guys have any questions,
I can't handle this. It's all-time from 2000, right?
No, it's 2025. Or 1925. It's all-time.
Oh.
Yeah, ever.
Okay.
100 years. I'll hit on some of the highlights here, and then if you guys have any questions, I can run through the roster after
that. I don't know
that.
who the quarterback is.
At quarterback for the first team.
Let's see. Oh, now you're upset.
Sorry.
Tim Tebow?
Tim Tebow,
Okay, I did see this. I disregard the list right now.
But who's your quarterback on the first
Not
team?
him.
Okay.
Are we looking okay? So here's the other question I have: is this for singular season, or is this for greatness of career?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It is a great question, Bodie. Because
I would have to imagine they lean more towards career.
But who would you? Okay, so the question is for All-American team all time, and you're building a team. Who would you rather have? Because if you're going by career, can you tell me how Archie Griffin isn't the running back, one of the running backs?
Yeah, he was on the second team.
Boom. Boom roasted.
It must be. You know what it is? It's based on the year or years that you were an All-American.
Okay, so Archie won 2 Heisman trophies. No one else has ever done that. So that should probably since Lincoln, shoe him in to being one of the running backs. Can you please answer me that? The year or years that you're an All-American.
Right.
2 of the years you were an All-American, they also, Bodie, said you were the best player in the country. Nobody else has ever done that. But yet you weren't one of the best players for the century. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Herschel Walker and Barry Sanders weren't great. I think on a probably individual level, who would you rather have? I would probably take those 2 dudes over Archie in a 1-year situation. But I sure as hell would take Cam Newton or...
Vince Young was second team.
Dude, Vince Young, his single season, phenomenal. Cam Newton you go look at the number of players drafted off that Auburn roster.
It was like him and Nick Fairley, and that was 100%. Pretty much it. That was not a good team. And they were coached by a guy who got fired like 16 months later.
100%. He literally put the team on his back. It was like, let's go win a national title. Because of him. Nobody had ever seen that before. I mean, it was crazy. And you go back, and I didn't realize, I went back and looked, I'm like, they didn't really have any other good players. I thought, it's Auburn. They probably have like 8 other NFL players. No, they just had him. And so you may not like Cam Newton, and that's fine. But you look at Vince Young, I mean, you could probably even look at some of the Roger Dodger stuff back at Navy with Staubach.
Yeah. There were 3 Buckeyes on the first team.
Pace.
Yep. Another offensive lineman.
Yeah, which I don't think he
wasn't
get it.
Stringer.
No, it was Jim Parker.
I don't disagree with that.
1 linebacker on defense that played
was it
before
Andy?
you. No.
Gradishire?
No, Spielman.
Spielman?
It's
okay.
Spielman there.
I don't disagree with that. It's not,
and then on the second team,
there's a lot of guys you could pick from that I wouldn't have been upset with.
You had Archie on the second team, and a surprise pick also is the all-purpose guy, Steve Belisari. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, apparently, speaking of the all-purpose, I don't know. Apparently, these people never watched the Rocket Raghib Ishmael play.
Oh, here we go. Now, Bodie, we're not going to do this today with you.
Listen, you guys want Archie on there?
Just
I'm
go
going to
through
get the
some
Rocket
more. I'm sorry for...
No, you're good. What else we got on there? We had Here's what I had written down. You got, quarterback Tim Tebow, Orlando Pace, and Jim Parker, part of the offensive line. Johnny Rogers of Nebraska at the all-purpose position. Barry Sanders, and Herschel Walker.
Walker was first team, yeah.
Randy Moss and Larry Fitzgerald on the first team. Receiver.
It's tough to argue with that.
And Ndamukong Suh, Charles Woodson, and Coach Prime time on the defense there.
The one guy on receiver I might have a hard time arguing with is Calvin Johnson. Now, they ran the triple option, but nobody had catch. Like, dude, anytime they had him one-on-one, they just throw it up to him. And
Second team was Devonta Smith and Desmond Howard.
Calvin's better than both of them.
I thought he was better too, but I don't know if he was
even really close.
But as far
just because he played on a team that ran the triple option, but you go watch his highlights and his catch numbers for getting like 5 balls a game.
Yeah,
it was insane.
Interesting. Brock Bowers was the tight end recently, but he was the tight end on there. I don't know. I was trying to think if there was a better one than that or not. But Bowers was a tight end on there.
Tyler Eifert.
What's that?
Tyler Eifert.
Here we go. And then the second team running backs were Archie and Tony Dorsett. The second team offensive lineman.
I honestly think Ricky Williams should have a pretty good case.
Ricky Williams, I would think too. Yeah,
dude, Ricky was really good.
Dave Remington's on the second team, even though they named an award after him.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. And they say the award for best center goes to you.
Yeah, because some of the other guys, along with that, the center for the first team offense was Chuck Bednarik. He obviously has a
he
award.
also played defense too.
Right,
That's the thing.
Dick Butkus was on the first team at linebacker.
Yeah.
Ronnie Lott, there's a Lott award trophy, isn't there, for the best safety?
Yes.
Probably best defensive back, one of the two. And Ed Reed. Ronnie Lott and Ed Reed were the two first team defensive safeties.
I would have put Tatum in there on second team.
Jason?
Tatum didn't get it.
Taysom Hill?
Jason?
Jason Tatum.
LT and Brian Bosworth were on the second team. Champ Bailey on the second team. Honey Badger on the second team as well.
Honey Badger, he was really good.
He was, he was.
The punter on the first team.
Yeah.
Torrey Taylor, Iowa.
Of course, Iowa's got to have a punter or defensive player in there somewhere. It's going to happen. But Bob, it's damn near impossible to do these kind of things. When you can't, the last 100 years.
When you go 100 years.
Yeah, 100 years. It's
like.
Yeah, you're going to have guys are going to get left out. You're going to have arguments and all that. Yeah.
Paul Hornung could have dressed in this locker, Bob.
I don't. How many Notre Dame guys were on this thing? How many was there, dude? I know you probably off the top of your head. You probably know.
I think it was only. I only have the first team on this link, but
okay, I've got the second team here.
I believe it was just Tim Brown.
Let's see here.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Notre Dame has the most All-Americans of all time.
They do,
and somehow we only got one guy.
John Smith was second
Heisman
team.
Trophy winners?
7.
Yeah, so that's my point. Like
John Smith, offensive guard from the 1927 Notre Dame team.
Okay, forgot
he was on the second team.
Blocking for the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, Tim Brown on the second team is the all-purpose, and then that was it. Yeah, there's nobody else on the second team there from Notre Dame. But yeah, so they do have the most All-Americans of all time. Most ones named on that. So what else you got for us?
Back to the NFL here. Rumors circulated this week that veteran NFL wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. was retiring.
Yeah, I saw that.
But he shot those down quickly, stating that he is not done yet. Now there seems to be some speculation that he could be joining Aaron Rodgers in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Beckham told the Club Random podcast earlier this summer, "I love him. We have had conversations. I would not say it's not a possibility. I won't say I haven't had any communications with A.A. Ron."
I'm not saying I'm not going to go there.
Exactly.
I'm not going to do that.
He also added on that podcast that he bleeping loves Mike Tomlin. Since going for just over 1,000 yards in 2019 with Cleveland, now it's been a minute, OBJ has recorded just 1,400 yards and 11 touchdowns with 4 different teams. Over the last 5 seasons, he's only played in 44 games. He ain't got fresh legs. Bobby, I feel like if this were to happen, the headline of it happening would be much bigger of an impact than he would ever actually make on the field at this point in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he would probably be their third receiver at best. I mean, is that something the Steelers want to deal with, bringing him in? I mean, Mike Tomlin, he spoke so fondly of his time with Antonio Brown that he...
George Pickens.
And listen, I think those guys are maybe a little bit more extreme than Beckham, OBJ. But... I can't imagine, like you said, you look at his last couple stops, he's basically like a third down guy. Like he
can't even stay healthy, frankly. I mean, he had a nice run with L.A. when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, tore his ACL in that game. But he played well for him. But otherwise, it's been, I mean, basically since he left New York, even the Cleveland thing,
Yeah.
his numbers weren't terrible, but that was a disaster. Like, you had his dad out there sending clips
Give him
out
the ball.
about Baker
Yeah.
isn't
I thought
good
that was
enough.
great.
Bob, going back to it's like the Bum Phillips thing where take his and beat yours, take yours and beat his.
Urine.
Sorry. And it's almost like, I think this could be that with Tomlin. I can take good receivers and give them they're crazy. I can take receivers that used to be good and bring them back when they're crazy. Like it's almost like if he did that, it'd be the reverse of how he does things. The funny thing, I don't know if you noticed about, the funny thing about the retirement report was it was reported by Adam Scheffler.
Okay,
it was a Schefter parody account that put out there. He puts out there.
Stringbean used to send me those.
He puts a picture out there. This Scheffler guy, puts a picture out there of Odell sitting outside the stadium, looking at the stadium with the sun.
I saw that.
Yeah, it says Odell Beckham has announced his retirement, all stuff, and Odell got all kind of ticked off about it and fired back at him before realizing it was not really Adam Schefter. That's how the reports came out. Nonetheless, Odell, he might be one of the greatest non-players because everyone thinks he's great because a couple things he's done. The catch he made.
He's been almost like an internet sensation as much as anything. Now, granted, he was very productive early on.
He
with
was,
New York.
yes.
But outside of that, it's just he's lived in the highlight reel.
And that's what I was going to say. His highlights, you would think he's Jerry Rice.
He's an All-American.
But then you look at exactly.
Right.
But then you look at like the totality of his career, and it's kind of. I mean, he exploded onto the scene with New York for a few years there.
Right.
With some not great quarterback play. I mean, that
Sure.
was towards the end of Eli there. And then since then, it's just been. I mean, I vividly remember when the Browns trade happened, and it was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Cleveland got Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
And it never amounted to much.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more hype than there is production with him.
More sizzle than substance.
That's true. There you go. That's exactly what it is there, Bob. That's more of that what it is with Odell Beckham. So, but again, because I so believe in Mike Tomlin, if you told me he was going to Pittsburgh, I'd be like, you know what? Probably a good move. Tomlin knows what he's doing because Tomlin knows when to get rid of players. And if he's willing to take on Odell Beckham Jr., and he must believe that there's something still there. He must have it. I don't think it'll happen. I don't know. I can't see him doing it.
I want to get the last ounce of greatness out of you.
Right, yeah.
You know what? Kind of like a bum walking around on the street finding the last little nub of that cigarette.
Right.
And they just take that last puff. You're burning about half the filter at that point, but there's just a little taste left that you're trying to get.
Or maybe it's that same person.
Polishing off some empties outside of a big frat party outside. Bodie knows what I'm talking
Out
about.
of the blue, decides to sing a song on film for you, and all of a sudden, the life of Ted Williams starts. You know, that if all of a sudden that happens, it could be that too, Bob.
No, listen, I prefer to envision my Mike Tomlin with the group of bums doing the Bum Olympics outside my brother-in-law's house when they would set him up to who gets all the empties to be able to polish them off, and then also take the spoils of the aluminum in to get the.
Can we say bum, or is that also
what's
not?
the derogatory term? It's
Yeah,
what
I
they
don't know.
are. The
I don't know.
homeless guys? I don't know. I'm not sure they're homeless. I just think that they may have a home and do whatever. But they were out there. They let them polish off the empties, and then they had them run 40s, do push-ups and whatever, and then they helped them pick the cans up, and they gave them to them. It was great entertainment on Sunday morning, though.
Ohio State had to replace a ton of talent along the defensive line. We'll get an update on the 2025 squad next from Larry Johnson. Morning Juice.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and Columbus football is back. And what better way to kick off the season than driving home in a tough, reliable 2024 Toyota Tacoma from Germain Toyota of Columbus. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 72 months with 20% down, or Lease it for $239 a month for 36 months for 10,000 miles per year with $29.99 due at signing. Head to Germain Toyota of Columbus today on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road. Your home for great deals all season long.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. If you're looking for the inside scoop on the Buckeyes, you've come to the right place. This is Morning Juice.
It is Morning Juice. Second and final hour of the program today in this week of Morning Juice.
I'm going to do it.
We're not going to do that today, Bob. Good Lord. Anyway, yesterday, Larry Johnson spoke, among others. And
Larry Combs?
I saw Biddle put out a picture of Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
And said that
looks good. He's lost some weight.
He said, this is Biddle's caption on this was, every time Ohio State wins a national championship, Larry Johnson reverses age by 10 years. Which it looks younger. He looks great.
So he looks the same as he would have looked in 2014, but
yes.
He'd already. Is that like bowling with strikes where you count your 2 previous ones?
That's what you do.
So if he won it in 14,
Mm-hmm.
he looked like he should have in 2004. But then if you win it 10 years later,
it's actually.
You actually do go back not to 14, you go back to 04. So it's actually 20 years later.
Right. That's
earlier.
Great. You know what? I should have called
the curious case of.
Yeah.
Larry Johnson.
It sounds like,
I mean, I just need some clarification on that with Biddle. Like, do you reference the 10 year earlier?
Right. Is that also is it grand? Well, I shouldn't say grandfather because you're 10 years younger. You're probably not a grandfather at that point. Are you fathered in? I guess is what we do there. Anyway, Larry Johnson yesterday talked about the possible rotation for the defensive line. Mm-hmm. Here's what Larry Johnson had to say.
You got to remember, Tyreek and Ty has been there a while, so they've gone through that process of playing football. These guys will be the first time ever playing in a big-time game, so I can't say those guys don't play more plays. Now, we're going to have to rotate to keep them fresh, but we got to hope the 20, 25 plays they do play are really quality plays. That's the whole key to this whole thing, right? For K-Mac, anybody that plays 60 plays and play 30 plays half speed, that's 20% of the production we want to get done. So I've got to be smart and understand that we have to build this from the inside out, and that's what we're trying to do.
Bob, with how they rotate, and they rotate players, I'm not saying based on injury, just based on the game, with the way they rotate.
Well, D-linemen, you rotate. I mean, that's all part of it.
Well, I was going to ask you, though, is like, do they rotate more now than they did when you played? at Ohio State.
Dude.
It's a lot more rotation now.
Well, that was one of the things that Coop got into when they went and lost to Tennessee.
Right.
And Tennessee was rolling like 2 full D lines at him.
Okay.
And like the SEC had been doing that for a minute.
Okay.
And so you have your frontline guys play like 70% of the snaps, and your next guys. And what that does is it prepares those guys to be able to play in the future. If they're good players, it's getting them on the field, but then you get more out of your best players because they're fresher. And like looking back, I would have never wanted to come out of the game.
Sure.
I would have fought like Fick and everybody else, and I know AJ and Schlegels would have too. But you are probably more effective if you can spell those guys, and that's why you're going to see like now.
Right.
You have kind of 3 players for 2 spots, mostly. I mean, you'll play some 3 linebacker stuff, but you'll see Peyton roll in there with Sonny and Arbel and keep those guys all fresh. Instead of having 2 guys play 100% each, like, hey, you 2 guys play 70% each and another guy plays 60%, and now all of a sudden you're all a lot better, because of that. In the secondary, they roll corners. Those guys are doing a lot of running, and so they've started doing a lot of places at defensive positions because defense takes a lot more energy than it does to play offense. The question, like last year, you get some hardened veterans. Like you got to have your best dudes on the field at the biggest moments.
Sure.
And if you look, I mean, generally that was the case. However, like K-Mac was in there, Hero Canoe before he left. Like they were in there for that Penn State goal line stand.
Right.
You go 9 plays. It's better to have fresh guys than probably dudes who may be better but are just physically gassed from having to go through a long drive. And so the balance of that is what's tough as a coach of trying to figure out who to roll with. But they leaned on those guys last year probably more than you normally would, but they had what you call up there some more daddies, some dudes that were very talented, but they were also tough and they were in shape, and they could like Schlegel summon from the bowels, whatever you needed to go fight the Balrog, and take that thing to where it needed to go.
Yeah, because I don't remember your team rotating like this team does.
We never rotated.
And you mentioned about having your best players in there in the biggest situations. And I give it's a challenge as a coach, as a coordinator type thing, as a coach of a position group, because look, potentially, the Penn State goal line stand, yes, big time situation, pressure situation, but throughout the game, there could be other situations that don't look like they're going to be a pressure, but turn into one real quick if there's a big play or something.
Absolutely.
That's the part where you've got to try to.
Well, that's why you got to predetermine what your rotation is going to be, and you just live with it. Okay, you guys take this series, or you take 3 plays and come out.
Larry Johnson also talked about embracing the challenge of inexperience along the line.
We're training real hard. I started in the spring, and right now we're doing as much as we can to get them ready. And that starts in practice. You watch us practice. We're going to go hard. We're going to block the struck. We're going to get off blocks. I think the mental to me it's all mental. It's like what you can handle, what you can do to be great. We had a question today, like how many guys had an elite practice in the room from yesterday's practice, and that's what I'm gauging. I'm gauging who wants to be elite. Guys who are elite is going to stand up, and that's what the challenge right now. That everybody's got to rise together in that room, and that's what we're looking for. And if we do, we got a chance to have a good front. Yeah, we've got some work ahead of us, no doubt about that. But we're embracing that work. We're embracing what's coming. We know what's coming. We're not going to be surprised about it, right? And so the only surprise we're going to have is that you're going to say, well, they haven't played a lot. Well, tough luck now. That's over now. We got to get ready to go play. And so right now, that's what we're doing. We're not embracing the noise outside about not being ready. We got to get ready, and that's it. And I think the kids are doing a great job embracing that, and we're pushing as hard as we can in a lot of ways, just mentally, not just football.
When you guys started
pushing a lot of ways,
when you
push
guys
it real good,
started the 02 season.
Yep.
I didn't know what was coming with that, and so
I'm glad, because if you would have and wouldn't have bet on us as national champs, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
I'd still, because I would have lost it all. I would have doubled down somewhere. But anyway, put it all in red.
Lost it all in the first administration.
What I would have done, yes, first administration had been gone. At least half of it would have been. But Bob, I didn't have. You guys started off with Washington State, right? That year?
No,
it was Texas. Okay, Texas Tech, yeah. But I want to say that wasn't. There was a lot of. I don't say question marks. A lot of
Washington State was the third game, I believe.
What was that? Was Cincinnati? Cincinnati was second. Cincinnati was fourth. Second was
team that we beat. Like a MAC school, maybe.
Was it a MAC school? Kent State.
Kent, good job.
Thank you. Yeah.
You know who their quarterback was?
Yeah. No.
Edelman.
I think it was Josh Krebs.
Was it Krebs? Yeah, might have been Krebs. Yeah. But
what's his name? Debo played. was playing defensive end for him at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Do you know who Debo is?
No, I didn't know who Debo was. At first, I thought
James, outside backer for Pittsburgh. James
Harrison?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you guys be a good team there then.
You'd think.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, like, going into that season, there were a lot of unknowns about your team.
Of course.
Okay, but you didn't start off the big game.
Your coach.
Yes, coming off a
looking for a new quarterback.
New quarterback in there. A lot of new guys on both sides of the ball. Claret coming. So there's a lot of things that were unknown about that team. And what I wanted to get to was that I don't know if I remember Ohio State playing a bigger game with this many unknowns, with all the things you had to replace.
When was the last time you opened a season with someone like this?
Yeah, it's been a while. I know. That's what I'm saying. But I can't remember. I was trying to think of a game when Ohio State, and even opened the season or whatever. Maybe it was the second game or whatever. But I don't remember a time though when there were this many question marks. Sounds pessimistic. It's not question mark. It's unknowns.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And on both sides, like with Texas too. I mean, these are two teams, obviously 1 versus 2 or 1 versus 3, depending on which poll you subscribe to. But there's so much we don't know.
What do those subscriptions cost?
About both teams, and that's what makes this game even more intriguing for me. I want to see how these guys. You want to see how Sane or Keenholz, whoever's there. You got an answer on that one yet?
I do not.
Okay.
Let us know, Bob.
Yeah, look, you've got inside.
I didn't see practice yesterday. It's the first one I haven't gone to in quite some time. So, Sam Hubbard was there, which I was ticked off about.
If you, good job, no dump button. But if you knew, would you tell us?
Well, I'm not going to ask over. If I asked Ryan and he did tell me, then I wouldn't say anything.
You wouldn't say anything.
I could tell you who I think it might be, but I haven't gotten to the point where I've absorbed enough information. There's been a delineation in my mind to where I would feel confident saying that.
Who do you think it will be?
That's what I just told you. I'm not confident.
I know. Just if you could, but
you think that I'm an idiot? Like you just asked me that question. I just literally told you.
I know you.
I haven't consumed enough information on it yet and seen enough differentiation to say that. And then your follow up was, who do you think it will be?
Well,
don't be an idiot.
Listen,
change my life.
Delineation.
Exactly.
You're throwing out a bunch
Michael gave me the best advice ever. Don't be an idiot.
You throw out a bunch of big words I don't understand. I'm going to take them as a sign of disrespect. All right, here's more from Larry Johnson, who said he feels really good about this group as long as they can stay healthy.
I think we'll be ready to go. I think I feel pretty good about what we're doing. KJ and Caden has had a great fall camp. I mean, we haven't finished, but they're what I want to see, in leadership-wise. And then you have CJ's behind them, and then you have Bo Axe who can give us some. Then the 2 young freshmen that came in are showing some promise also. So I feel pretty good about where we're heading if we can stay healthy.
That's going to be the key on this one. They're not. If they have to absorb like injuries the offensive line had to go through last year, I'd be worried about that.
Yeah, I would be worried about that too. I don't think they have that kind of depth. Although we didn't think they had that on the offensive line.
Right.
I just don't want to test that theory.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I don't. That's my concern on that one. Another guy who's going to be a star this year, if he's not already a star, is C.J. Hicks. Here is Larry Johnson talking about C.J. Hicks.
I think the growth is starting to happen. It's really just understanding the position and what it takes. He can't be a third down guy. He's got to be able to play first and second down. And so I think that's the biggest growth. And playing on the line of scrimmage, playing to get big tackles and big tight end. I mean, that's a transformation of how to do that. But he's doing a great job of moving forward. So we just got to keep pushing forward.
When was the last guy in your group that you think maybe had the twitch that CJ does off the game? Is there a comparison?
Not really. Not really a comparison. But you're talking about 2 different styles of body, right? Opposed to a 6'5" guy. And Chase Young had that twitch, but he was 6'5". CJ's 6 feet, 243, just a different kind of speed. We got to find a way to use that speed in the right situation.
He's going to wreck games.
CJ,
yes.
People have said he's looked really good out there. I think Philip Daniels had the comment of him being similar to Abdul Carter with some of his abilities. And so we'll see. I mean, he's shown some flashes of it. I love CJ. I think this is a great opportunity for him, a great spot for him. But he's got to go out there and consistently play and be able to be a full, developed player, which he can be. You can't just be you can be a pass rush guy, but you need a little more than that too if you want to be on the field as much as possible.
And I know some of these guys don't have a ton of experience, big game experience specifically, but I can't imagine, or I can't probably stress enough how important it is for them to go against the guys they go against in practice.
Yeah, like iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
You've heard Ryan say that a lot.
Yeah. That's what it feels like. So, inexperience, yes, but also a pretty good practice experience, though, until they get out there on the field. But, yeah, I last year I had big concerns about the depth on the OL, and I don't know. I don't have the same concerns necessarily this year for the defensive line. I've got faith in the person developing them. Larry Johnson, he's had a great career. Yeah. And, on the defense side, Laurinaitis with the linebackers, all good stuff. But, yeah, so we're close, folks. We are what? Are we doing what I say we were? We are 15 days away from Ohio State in Texas. Lots more to talk about between now and then.
Start giving us the hour countdown.
I would, Bobby. You don't let me do the day thing even. You like it.
Does anybody do that?
Well, okay, you know what? I'll
chimpanzee in here to.
Are we on a delay at all? Because I want to make sure we get the time right. It was like, is there any kind of delay? Or are we going straight out live, Bodie? Is there like a 2 or 3 second delay, or is it?
As far as I know, I think we're like pretty live.
Okay, so like right now,
pretty live.
I can say it's 7:16 right now.
Like being a little bit pregnant.
That's exactly what it is.
Pretty live.
Speaking of that, Reimer's wife's about to pop. I think
for him.
Yeah, he's about to have his first child. He's got and
his wife's about to have her first child.
That's also
I don't think
fair.
Reimer's about to have any kids.
Yeah, I don't do that whole we're pregnant thing.
Why not? Because it's ridiculous.
Yes.
I've never seen a dude get pregnant before.
Give it time, Bob. You never know. Coming up next, buckle up. Your Highness. Chad's going to join us next, give us some tips on the betting. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
When it comes to protecting your assets, you need a security partner. Event Risk Security Services is a U.S.-based veteran-owned company providing protection services, consulting to Fortune 500 companies, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality services and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give them a try. They're virtually the same cost, and they can address what keeps you up at night. Event Risk. Check them out at eventriskinc.com to learn more.
We ask parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. It was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. They saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
Lexi spent more than 6 years in foster care.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Lexi now has a forever family and the foundation for a bright future.
Adoption changed me for the better. I feel like I can be whoever I want to be.
You can help find permanent homes for children still lingering in foster care. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Bobby His knees hurt from doing battle with some of football's toughest warriors. Tito's knees hurt from begging Bobby to let him host this show.
Oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me!
This is Morning Juice.
It's Friday. The Queen is no longer with us, but we do have Ya Highness.
Helping you win your sports bets. This is Top Picks on Morning Juice.
Top Picks is powered by WeWinYouWin.com. Built by winners for winners. Stop guessing and start cashing.
He is Chad. He's Your Highness. WeWinYouWin.com joining us very early where he's at, but the guy always has the juice for us. Chad, good morning. And, a week from now, we'll be previewing Saturday college football, real life college football, not exhibitions, not spring games, any of that kind of stuff. It's going to be college football next week. And I know we've previewed some different conferences so far. What conference do you want to lean on today?
Well, first off, call me the Kool-Aid man of THC, and I want to hit you with it. Yes. All righty, boys, let's get going, baby. We are in the college football season. It's here. It's thick. It's thin. I think they're already sending them over to Dublin right now. I mean, we're getting ramped up, folks. I think we're, 8 days or something away from the official start of the college football season. And next week and the week after that, we're locking in. So we got the Ireland game in Ireland, and obviously, you guys know we got Texas coming in town there in Columbus in 2 weeks, and I have a show just for that game on that week. So I'm prepping for it. So this will be the last preview of the conferences, and then we're getting into the thick and thin. But SEC is what we're going to cover today, boys.
Okay, SEC. And look, it's a tough conference to handicap, I got to believe. But I'm curious, was there a team that you like as far as a win total and maybe getting, making it all the way to the title game?
So there's a few teams I love, a few teams I hate. I'm going to keep it short and simple. If they want the full episode, it's up on YouTube. Shut up and bet with Your Highness. But the one team that I like above the public is LSU. They got them at 8.5 wins. Nussmeier's coming back. I think they got a great wide receiver core. Brian Kelly is good at getting teams to the postseason. He just struggles when he gets the Brady. You know about that. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish dropping. They can't do nothing when they get to the postseason. Right. I don't think LSU does nothing when they get to the postseason, but I have LSU making the SEC championship game, just making the game plus 320, and then over 8.5 wins. They got no Georgia, no Texas on the schedule.
Yeah, the schedule kind of lays out nicely for them this year, doesn't it?
Exactly, yes. Great schedule. Some tough games are going to be played at home. That's a hell of a place to play. Tough for a lot of teams to go in there. I have them with 2 losses, 10-2, 1 loss outside this conference, 1 loss in the conference, a 1-loss SEC team will be playing in the championship game.
Yeah, they've obviously got a tough game to start things off when they are playing Clemson to start things off for them. But yeah, you're right. The schedule though it's not as daunting as other ones. They got to play at Clemson in that first game. But other than that, though, yeah, they host Florida, but Florida's probably overrated. They're at Ole Miss among the ranked teams. They host South Carolina, host A&M. They're at Alabama, and they're at Oklahoma. But Oklahoma's not what Oklahoma used to be. So yeah, I can get behind that one. That's a good call by you. Now, how about somebody you don't like that much in the SEC?
Yeah, who we fading?
And I will say real quick, I had Clemson beating LSU in week 1.
Right.
But that is an out-of-conference loss. They're only going to lose 1 game in the conference, making them into the championship game. Okay, very good. Now to the hate. I believe what we call it Gatorade. Florida Gators, the Swamp. Billy Napier, he gone. This is the last year for Napier in Florida. They cannot handle a 4-win season, and that's what's going to happen. They might sneak out a win against Florida State at the end of the year, but it don't matter. It's going to be over by then. That might be their 4th win of the year. They have a brutal schedule. The quarterback room's a mess. I don't know who's throwing the ball and who they're going to be throwing the ball to down there. They got LSU, they got Miami, they got Texas A&M, and they got Ole Miss all on the road. It's a brutal schedule. I didn't like them last year, and I think they've gotten worse offensively this year. I don't see how they put up points against the defenses in the SEC, and the defense is not Georgia's defense. I mean, it's good. It's middle of the road, but It's going to keep them in the first half and quarters of games, but they are going to get blown away in the second half of games. They don't have the depth and nutrition on defense to hang in the SEC this year.
You think
4-8.
4-8, okay, 4-8, and that's well below their over/under total. I got to believe, right? I don't know what their over/under is, but the fact they're ranked coming into the season, I got to believe their over/under somewhere around like 8.5 or 7.5 or something like that.
7.5. I've gone through the schedule. I don't know how many times. I can only, in the best case scenario, only get them to 7 wins. I mean, I'm talking put a large. Don't go crazy, okay?
Right.
But put a decent for a futures bet. Put a decent amount of money on Florida.
Okay.
Going on. The schedule's brutal. It's brutal.
That's a great point. It was tough last year. We're able to hang on as well. They're able to hang on, and I guess when you have a great quarterback, it helps out a little bit. Anything else? Any other nuggets you might have here from the SEC of things that you think?
So I don't want to get into Texas because I'll get into Texas in a couple of weeks when I just break down Ohio State and Texas the whole show. I kind of like Texas for the conference play. I'm low on Vanderbilt, but that's probably no big surprise for a lot of people.
I don't know. Padilla's saying they're the best.
Padilla's full of it.
Their quarterback. Their quarterback. I mean, he's leaning all in.
Well, yeah, because they will pick up 1 or 2 upsets on the year because that's what that kid's known for, right? When he was New Mexico, and then wherever he was at last time, they upset Alabama or something, right? So the kid's a big game player, but there's no talent around there. So yeah, they'll sneak up on somebody, they'll catch somebody on the off week. But if they have more than 3 wins this year, I'll be shocked at Vanderbilt. Great campus though.
All right, you got your highest play for this weekend, and you usually hit these. You've been on a good roll doing these since we started doing this. But yeah, your best bet, your highest play for the weekend. Your Highness's highest play. What do you got?
Yeah, I believe we're 4-1-1 on these official plays. We're going to the UFC. We got a pay-per-view UFC 319, and I like Michael Page to win. Now he's a heavy favorite, -200, and I don't lay those kind of odds. So there's a bet you can find on DraftKings or FanDuel where he wins in either the 3rd round or by decision. So he can win by knockout or submission in the 3rd round, or go to judge's scorecard and win by decision. It's -105 on DraftKings, -120 on – I got that backwards. -105 on FanDuel, -120 on DraftKings. But I would put 4%. So we usually do percentage. This is a 4% play. And again, Michael Page to win in the 3rd or by decision.
And you've done well. Yeah, you're 4-1-1. You do well on the UFC stuff. And so listen to that one, folks. And by the way, go to WeWinYouWin.com. And what's the name of your podcast again? Shut Up and Bet with Your Highness. There you go. That's what it is. Thanks for the info, brother. We will talk again next week. And Kyle Swall's here, man. We got that coming up next week. We'll have a lot to talk about then. Have a great week, my friend, and we'll talk again in a week. No matter what happens to Michigan, I watch them win a national championship. All right, goodbye, guys. We'll see you. Got to throw that last jab in there. That was your Highness, Chad, there from WeWinYouWin.com. And if you're not juiced, you should be. We are. Here's what's got us juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
All right, it's Friday, Bobby. Why don't you tell us what's got you juiced?
Oh, boy. What's got me juiced? Super excited. Last night, got a chance to coach my son, Kellen, a little bit of his practice. We had a little scrimmage over there, and then popped over to the Upper Arlington varsity scrimmage. They were scrimmaging Olin Tangi. Good game back and forth.
Yeah.
Olin Tangi's got a lot of good players. They got a kid going to Ohio State, Clemson. Yeah. Very, very talented squad. So it was some really high-level football watching last night. It was fun. Was able to do that. Also did a little shoot with 614 Magazine. They're going to put a little feature of me in there. Not sure when. Going to have to figure that out. But
cover?
Did a little photo shoot with that. It was hot, man.
Well, they put you on the cover?
You were hot.
I don't know.
He was hot. No, he was.
Well, I don't know about. I was temperature-wise. I was sweaty, hot, trying because I was wearing a suit and it was 1,000 degrees outside last night. Yesterday, it was in the middle of the day, rather. Obviously, he's got practice today and tomorrow. Excited about that. Going to head down to Portsmouth on Saturday, hang out at the river a little bit, do some boating, enjoy that on Saturday, come back Sunday, and try to just enjoy the day. Ran into this nugget about one of the favorite tribesmen of all time by David Justice talking about him. And it was it's pretty remarkable about Manny being Manny and just how good he was.
Man, Manny Ramirez still to this day is the baddest right-handed hitter I've ever played with.
Dope.
Oh my God, it can't be this easy, man. His outs were hard. But one thing I give Manny a lot of credit for that people don't understand is Manny was usually one of the first guys at the stadium. And he in the cage working on his game. He's in there where he would take one of the clubhouse guys, or he'd have a pitching machine on breaking balls. Manny was the one guy I played with who was egoless. I've never seen a guy literally no ego. Like we're on the plane one time and Manny's sitting across from me, and I mean, God, I just love watching Manny hit. I go, Manny, were you good in high school? He called me Davey. I said, man, you good in high school? He goes, Davey, I was all right. So I'm thinking, I was late bloomer then, right? Manny was player of the year in New York. Not only that, we got his baseball card, look at his high school numbers. Man, he had Nintendo numbers, man, like 17 home runs. He had crazy numbers. But when you asked him, was he good? You know, most dudes, like when you ask about basketball, I was ready to talk some junk, right? Yeah. If we had the 3 when I played, I'm averaging 40. Because most dudes, when you ask them what they good, they're like, oh, what? What? They'll tell Man, Manny was like, nah, I'm just all right. But Manny, man, I seen Manny. We had a game one time. We played in Toronto. Pat Hinkin was one of Toronto's best pitchers. He threw Manny a fastball up here under his chin. I mean, Manny was deep on his back. Helmet might have fell off, right? The next pitch, he flipped Manny a curveball. Manny hit that thing straight away center field off the facing of the press box. Boom! And it was coming back toward the infield. That's already hit it because it's after. Of course, our whole dugout erupted talking junk, but Manny did miraculous things. Oh, we had a home run hitting contest for service, call it for service. If I win, you lose, Matt. You know, I want my peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Got to do something.
Drink in my locker, right? So my group was me, Jim Thome, and Manny. I'm left-handed. Jim Thome's left-handed. Manny's right-handed. So of course I go. I'm up. I'm hitting mine in right field. I always say I'm the king of the first row. I hit line drives. I don't hit 500-footers. I'm the 400, 410 line drives. Jim Thome, only park and hold him is Yellowstone. Jim Thome is hitting bombs. Manny Ramirez in a home run hitting contest gets up and is hitting it out of right field with us. He's not pulling his home runs. He's going oppo, boom. And then he looks at me and says, hey, Davey, I don't want to mess with my swing. I said, boy, listen, Manny Ramirez, man, I got so many Manny Ramirez stories, man, but I tell you what, he was a joy to play with, man. He is a teddy bear. Every teammate loves Manny Ramirez. Every teammate. Definitely the best right-handed hitter I've ever played with, and I've played with some boys, but none of them, to me, are Manny Ramirez.
There's 3 guys in my life that I watched play that I think could get out of bed and hit, not need to warm up, nothing. Like they could just hit, and no matter what what the circumstances were. Manny's one of them, Tony Gwynn's another one, and Kevin Mitchell's the third one.
I mean, it was pretty impressive.
Yeah,
unbelievable to ultimately see. So all I could think about during that time was yesterday was Halle Berry's birthday, and David Justice used to date Halle Berry and wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And intermittently in there, I was thinking about how good Manny was, but that was really what dominated my thoughts. I had to watch it a second time to listen to how good Manny was, but he was one of the great hitters and could possibly be the greatest right-handed hitter of all time.
Yeah.
Does he get in the Hall of Fame?
He's not good. If he gets, you got to put Bonds and Clemens, those guys in too.
Manny was never. There was never any steroids.
There was. Yeah, he got suspended for it.
Yeah, he got suspended.
Right,
and that's fine. But there was never any accusations or allegations of stuff prior, the Bonds or McGuire or Sosa.
No, he wasn't the same. No, group. Yeah, it was after that. But yeah, there was and it wasn't he got suspended I think twice, if not mistaken. Once with the Dodgers, once with the Red Sox. I think he got suspended 2 times for doing that. But yeah, Manny was a great hitter though. Loved watching him play. Hey Brady, what's got Schleich juiced?
I'm the world's fastest dumper. Yeah, I feel great. I wouldn't have been out 3 series like Lamar was. Poop David Copperfield. There we go.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was a Brody or Brady or whatever, but you know what? I don't care. I love you, Highness. So what has me juiced today, guys? Going to get to this quickly because every now and again, I think I've mentioned it before, I like to take a peek at Saturday and Sunday to make sure we're not missing anything too important for today in history.
Right.
And I saw this and it put a huge smile on my face. Turning 63 years old tomorrow. Kind of broke my heart a little bit that he's getting up there a little bit. Not too old, but nevertheless, you might know him as Steve, but a lot of people know him as world's best boss, the regional manager at Dunder Mifflin.
It is true. I, Michael Scott, am signing up with an online dating service. Thousands of people have done it, and I am going to do it. I need a username, and I have a great one.
It's so great.
Little Kid Lover. That way people will know exactly where my priorities are at. Everybody, we are at DEFCON 5. I am officially the second most watched clip of the day on the WBRE news site.
What's number one?
Oh, that teacher who was wrongfully accused of being a pedophile. Now, we cannot let the pedophile win again. I would like you all to go to the website and watch my clip 11 times.
What you're saying is extremely misogynistic.
Yes. Thank you. That was not necessary, but I appreciated it. And proves my point. Women can do anything.
I'm saying that you're being sexist.
No, I'm being misogynistic. That is insane. I'm not being sexist.
That's
Michael.
the same thing.
Yes.
When I got my haircut chart, you asked me if I was a lesbian.
Because, wow, that was one possible explanation as to why you got that haircut.
It's tough to dwindle all of his great moments down to 60 seconds, so I tried to grab a few of them.
may have to.
When I saw that, I was like, man, we can't let a weekend go by and a today in history and go by without hitting that. So that had me super juiced this morning.
That's what she said.
Mr. Tito. Why is
yes.
there?
It's a big weekend. The church festival goes on, and then the
biggest of all time.
Yeah, wife taking Artie
the biggest.
To see the Steelers game. Got some sports going on this weekend. My daughter's getting into field hockey. She started playing over at St. Agatha over there, but it's it's good for her though. I'm glad she's getting involved in that in addition to her swimming stuff. But
would it kill you, Todd, to play some competitive sports?
Right.
What's that? Painting was a gift, Todd.
Yes,
taking it with
Pudding Crushers.
Would that make you love me, Dad? I can't remember what the line was, but now anyway. So I'm excited about.
Ultimately, find that polling says
right. I know
the majority of American people would sympathize with our situation.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
What is our situation, Dad?
What exactly is the situation, Dad?
Hot route. We just go stand on the other side.
Yeah, right. Crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland knows. Anyway, that's got me juiced. We're a week close to football, Bob. I can't believe it's here now. Where it's going to be fantastic.
LSU on the over.
LSU take them over the 8.5 wins according to
Brian
Highness.
Kelly, all he does is make the playoffs.
Right. All he does is make
Except
the playoffs.
for when he doesn't.
Right. But he doesn't win when he gets to. That's fair. But those things have got me juiced. And thanks to all the chatters again today for popping in there. We got over 200 again, which is good. And make sure you stick around because next segment we will end our week the best way we know how with AJ Hawk. It's next on Morning Juice.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy, accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps Seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm the Innovation Ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook: read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, please visit goodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Now we're joined by this guy.
A man with many career achievements. Leading tackler in Centerville football history. Leading tackler in Green Bay Packers history. Still afraid of Larry Knopfsinger. And the crowning achievement, the third member of the Island Boys, A.J. Hawk.
AJ, I would like you to close your eyes and think back to when you were 29 years old this time of year. Because Bobby just asked Bodie, or Brady, if he has any big plans this weekend. Bodie's answer was, watch my sister's cat, and I'm going to mow today. And I felt a little part of me died. Because I think there should be bigger things going on when you're 29. You agree with that, AJ?
I mean, yeah, that is a bit surprising to hear, but also, aren't cats pretty solitary animals that take care of themselves? I mean, you got to check in on them once or twice a day? Is that all you got to do? I'm not sure. I don't have any cats.
Oh, what happened to Bruce and Caitlin?
Well, we had some cats. Unfortunately, we've had some cats pass away 3 or 4 years ago.
Coyotes get them?
But yeah, that's all. I've never had anything that was actually mine indoors that were like our actual cats. But good for him, I guess. What if he was saying, yeah, I'm going on a 3-day bender and a rager. I'm going to go do every drug and drink every bit of alcohol they have in Columbus. Like, would you feel better?
Yeah, that was last weekend for him. But he's watching his sister's cat, and he has said to us that his sister's very particular about her cat. And yes, you and I, AJ, and Bobby would probably all have a different perspective. I've left my cat home alone for 3 days with food, whatever. We've gone and not worried about it at all. But yeah, Bodie's got it. He's spending the night there, and he said the cat will sometime jump on his chest in the middle of the night and wake him up.
Well, he's just a good brother, I guess.
Yes.
So, I mean, I guess we should be happy about that, right? I hope
he also does drugs.
I hope one of my sons would do that for my daughter.
What do we got on the agenda this weekend?
If you say watching someone's cat and mowing, we're gonna have issues.
I mean, surprisingly, actually, tomorrow, not tonight, but tomorrow, yeah, I'm actually watching 2 people's cats. I'm cat sitting for 2 people,
Really?
and I'm mowing their yards, too. So, yeah, we kind of have a similar weekend coming up.
I mean, are those people in your house, or is those other folks?
No, just a coincidence. Actually, same weekend that Bodie's got that going on. That's what I have, too. But no, the normal. We got Bobby's kids. I know you guys started school. We're starting school on Tuesday, so trying to figure all that stuff out. And, yeah, it's weird. It's weird that school's already here, man. Summer always goes quick.
I just sent you an unbelievable Instagram video about a guy and a cat and some other. I sent it to Bodie before. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's about 90 seconds long. It's a little story that was told during a podcast, so it's good. Make sure you lock in on that. So my daughter McLean, she's playing tennis. They've got 2 matches this week on Saturday, a double header out in the 937. Springboro and Centerville. Are the Hawks going to be out there? Is Ryan in town, or the Judy and Pistol around? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, they should be around. Are they playing? I don't know if they're playing at Centerville or not. Centerville.
Yeah, they're playing both. They're playing at Springboro, I think, first, and then Centerville as the second half of the Dayton doubleheader, if you will.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a different world. None of my kids have ever played tennis. I don't even know if they could hit a ball if we tried. So that'd be cool to see. Yeah, my parents they're still doing it. My dad golfs a couple times a week. My mom goes to like her cycling class every morning. That's her social circle. She says, that's like all of her friends are in cycling class with her.
She teach the cycling classes?
Does she teach them? No, she used to teach some step aerobics back in the late 80s, early 90s at Vic Tanny in Dayton, Ohio, a workout place. Yeah, I still remember when she would take us when we were little and she'd put us in like the daycare there, and we would just lose our minds because we hated the daycare situation.
AJ, the Associated Press came out with their 100 years of the All-American teams. This is the 100th year of it.
Tell him who the quarterback is. He'll be real happy.
So they put out their all-time first and second team All-Americans over the 100 years of college football. They've been doing this. The first team quarterback is Tim Tebow.
Oh, yeah. I knew that.
Okay.
I knew that, Bob.
How excited were you when you saw that?
I mean, I get it. I understand. You remember Timmy's career, Bob? I mean, come on now. This guy had changed the world, I feel like. And, yeah, and what also I respect, I've seen Tim I see him a couple times a year probably.
I know he weighs like 255 now and is like super jacked and everything else. And so that's good for him. I'm happy for him with that.
Yeah.
And he's Tim is a great human being. But I always say, like, on the list of guys, if you had to play in a single game or season, as far as playing quarterbacks, like Tim Tebow is not on the top of my list of someone I wouldn't want to play, like Vince Young, Cam Newton, probably like a Roger Staubach, dudes like that. Like Cam Newton drug a team to a national championship where he was like the only NFL player on the team.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, definitely. If you talk to like opposing defenses on who you wouldn't want to face, yeah, you'd be mentioning those guys like Cam and Vince and all those dudes. But yeah, I get that. I know I saw Spiels made it. That's good. Do we have any other Buckeyes that made it?
Yeah, Orlando Pace made it. Who was
Parker?
Parker. Jim Parker made it. Archie was on second team. I think that was it. I think those are the ones.
Well, that was my point.
Eddie George?
No,
Eddie George didn't make it. It was what did we say? It was. I know the second team was Dorsett and Archie.
First team was
Campbell.
No, it was
Barry and
Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker, that's what it was, yeah.
It's tough with running backs. And my thing, AJ, is this like a career thing? Is this a single season thing? Because if you're telling me that you can win 2 Heismans and not get it, if it's a career thing, I don't understand that. Now, maybe single year, like Barry Sanders, yes, amazing. Herschel Walker, probably in there too. You could throw Ricky Williams, Earl Campbell, there's a ton of running backs that you can toss out there. But like I was just so hung up on the Tebow thing. Like of all the guys that we could choose over the last 100 years of football and all the great players that were out there in college, that's the guy that we landed on. Like he wouldn't even be in the top 20 guys of a defense that you wouldn't want to play against.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know who put it out. I saw it quickly, and you guys were educating me more on it. But I don't know who put it out, but I feel like the more that lists are put out, they want us to talk about it, and here we are doing it. It's like let's throw a couple wrenches in there to get people all hot and bothered one way or the other when it comes to things like that. But yeah, it is. Man, I can't imagine if I'm sitting down there 100 years worth of players. It's so hard to judge guys in different eras and everything, especially in football, with how the game evolves and changes. But yeah, man, I think a few more Buckeyes should have been on there, obviously.
A couple weeks ago, you gave little Italy marital advice on the air right before his wedding, and he appreciated that.
Said if you're not sure, don't do it.
Right, which is great advice. We're going to get a sign like that put here in the studio in the Shark Tank here to kind of hit like Notre Dame's. What is it? Play like a champion today. Anyway, Little Italy in the chat said that Vince Young, who was a second team quarterback in this exercise, says one of my all-time favorites. And then he also mentions in there, I saw him get killed by AJ in the north end, go out for a play, and then come right back and hit Lima Swede in the corner. And he said, sorry, Bob. I didn't know, Bob, were you in on that play or not?
We were all in on that play.
I didn't know if it was by you. If that's why they said, sorry, Bob. And I don't remember.
No, I think he was more like hit the touchdown pass that won him the game. Like,
do you remember that hit on Vince Young?
We beat the hell out of him a lot. And I don't know if Vince ever talked to you about AJ. We played him in the preseason once. And it's more low-key and relaxing. And he came over and talked about how he was like, dude, I wanted to go out of that game. Because he stopped running in the second half, which was kind of our goal. Because that dude's like tackling a horse. Like he was another human. You remember, Age, when he came walking out? And this is the thing. Every team will tell you when you play a guy like this, oh, we have a wide receiver who's playing him, and he's just as good. I'm like, if he was just as good as Vince Young, he'd be playing quarterback for you.
Right.
So give me that crap. Like, do you remember, like, watching him walk out and looking at me? They had the cocaine whites on. It's night. And just thinking, like, holy crap. Like, this dude, we knew he was big, but I don't think you had the full scope of it until you actually saw him in person.
No, yeah, until you see him walk up to the line of scrimmage on like the first offensive play, and you're like, geez, this guy is 9 feet tall, and then all of a sudden he takes off running, and you realize how fast he is, and it doesn't in person, it doesn't even look like he has to try to run a 4.3. But yeah, he was an absolute freak, and Vince actually came to Green Bay he was there for like an off season and throughout a training camp one year, and his locker was right next to mine. He was awesome. He talked about that game so much. To me, and we went back and forth. Obviously, it sucks that we lost that thing, but he definitely would tell me, man, you guys were everywhere. I couldn't do anything. Like, wherever I went, it's like one of you guys was always on me, and then everybody, you gang tackle me. And I do remember, I don't think I ever got any big hits on him. I just remember I got him to the ground a few times, but I had to, like, straight up hog tie him, like almost grab him. He's still like I'm using every ounce of strength I have to try to wrap him up and swing him to the ground, and he still like has his eyes downfield trying to throw the ball to one of his great receivers.
He's so big and tall, and that's what I think in the second half, after the first, because they scored 10 points, boom, ran down there right away. Like you said, you could never judge his speed. You watch him on film, you're like, man, this guy just runs away from everybody, and then you're like running after him, like, oh gosh, like because he gobbled up like 5 yards a step, and it was just like, hey, hold him up and just hit him until they blow the whistle. Like, you couldn't even do that today.
Oh, no. Play through the whistle and try to get some turnovers on that dude. Yeah, he was awesome, man. I don't know. I don't know if there's anyone like that compares to him physically right now, but, geez, it was a tough task to try to stop him.
Now, when I remember Vince Young, I remember watching him. I remember watching Matt Leinart, and I was convinced both of them would have very long, successful NFL careers. Were you or are you surprised, AJ, they did not have more fruitful careers?
Yeah, I mean, I always am when guys are that good and that physically gifted. I mean, Leinart was such a good passer and like looked so nice how tall he was, that lefty delivery he had. I was definitely surprised. But when it comes to quarterback, like quarterback is such I say all the time, like playing quarterback in the NFL, it's the toughest position in all of professional sports. Like just all that is on their plate and the decisions that have to be made that like, in a split second to when you throw the ball and the windows that happen. But it's so dependent also on where you go, who your offensive coordinator is, what the team is like around you. And there's so much that is out of your control, I think, as a quarterback that you need help. You need an offensive line. Like you need all of that to kind of be in place when you get somewhere to give yourself a chance. And it's tough. It's tough to go to a team. I think they both still did all right, but it's like, geez, to have like the long, you thought you'd have 15, 18-year careers like we see these guys have, and when it doesn't happen, you wonder why. But there's just so much that goes into being a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, it's wild. And like you said, you try to predict it, try to figure it out. One thing is, man, I hadn't seen Matt in a while, and then we saw, he works with Brady, obviously, on Big Noon. And I forgot how tall he was, man. Like that's the one thing you forget when you're around normal people and then you get around NFL quarterbacks. Like Romo's a short dude. Most of those guys are 6'4", 6'5", and up.
Yeah, they're monsters. So, I mean, my brother-in-law, Brady Quinn, every time I see him, and I see him all the time, I'm like, geez, like, did you grow? Like, why are you so big? Like, you're just such a tall, big dude. But Leinart, too, like, Bob, I think Leinart got a fake hip like 6 months ago or something, too.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know how long. Yeah, I think he definitely did. Well, no, I think he's probably happy he did it because I think he's in a lot of pain before, but I'm not sure when his hip, I'm sure it started bothering him years and years ago, but yeah, to have one that early, and I'm not sure as a quarterback, I guess he must have had issues for a long time.
Where are you at on your knee replacement journey?
Oh, when a doctor like 10 years ago said, like if you were 50 right now, I'd get you a knee replacement. I'm like, all right, cool. Thanks for letting me know. But I don't know. I don't plan on getting it. I always am that guy like, they're going to figure something out. They're going to grow that fake.
Oh, I saw that. I've seen, maybe it's AI, but they've you can just have injections now and they put the little gremlins in there and they just regrow your knee inside.
It doesn't work, Bob. You think of all the people that probably go out of business if that does happen, if they do make that work.
That's right.
that's the thing. Like, there's all kind of stuff you can do, but like they can't regrow cartilage in your knee. They can't change it from bone on bone and all of a sudden get you a nice little padding of cartilage that the good Lord gives you when you're born. Like that doesn't really happen. But honestly, like I feel good. Like I don't know. I'm gonna keep moving. Always work out. Always do something. I'm not gonna be running 20 half gassers like you can do. That's unbelievable.
Run 21, AJ. But go ahead.
My favorite is Bob gets done with 20. Like, I could do 4 or 6 more. Like I bet Bob could have done 35. You might have been able to do 40.
I don't know.
He was pretty gassed.
I had a couple more in the chamber, but it's. The question, how it is like, how bad did I want to feel? I'm like, I don't want to feel any worse today. I was like cramping up. When you're younger, you wait till the next day to get sore. I was getting sore that afternoon. I'm like, this is terrible. I had to go get in the cold tub.
Right? Were you like, if you sat there, I know I cramp up at random weird times when I don't run 20 half gassers in a day. Like I can't imagine. I can see you driving, your hamstrings both locking up, and you just driving headfirst into a telephone pole or something. That sounds dangerous.
I mean, honestly, that would have probably been a glorious death. I mean, what would you say? What would your eulogy at the funeral be if that was the case?
I mean, Bob, I don't even like to think that dark. Like that would be very, very sad. But can you imagine if I go up to the lectern at that funeral, I'm like, guys, like, let's think about it. Bob, this sucks that Bob is gone, but this is a really Bob way to go out. He ran 20 half gassers. He dominated. Both of his hamstrings cramped, and he didn't hurt anyone else. Unfortunately, his car hit a foam pole, and he's not with us on this earth. But he would have loved the way that he went out. Like I feel sad that I even had to say that right now. But think about it, Bob. Like
we recorded it. You don't have to go to the funeral now. We'll just play it there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're on tape here. But anyway,
don't let it come true, Bob.
Hey, this is what I want you to do, AJ. Is next year on Bob's 43rd birthday.
Yeah,
I want you to come out after practice. And after Bobby does his 20 and everyone gives him his flowers and everyone's all excited about it, I want you to come out and do 21 and just show him up and just say, Bobby, that's cool. You did 20.
I don't know if H could stop. Wait
till Bobby cools down and he's not going to do it anymore. You say, that's really cute, Bob. And you go do 21. I think that'd be great video, great content, and you've got time to plan for it now.
Yeah, I got time to plan. That sounds great. If you give me a golf cart, I might be able to do that if I go back and forth, or maybe like a scooter. But Bob knows, like we all know, like I'm not beating Bob in any kind of conditioning run or anything to do with any kind of striding. Like you watch Bob's video, Bob's like your unmistakable prance / like bound is still the same as it was 20 years ago. Like I wouldn't look like that running 20 halves right now.
It's not quite as good. Well, for your birthday age, I can't wait to get together again, and we'll head out to the White House, the lawn over there at the State House, and see what we can get done. And January 6th, buddy, keep it strong, and we'll get the job done for you.
All right. I can't wait. It should be a great day.
Have a great weekend, AJ. We'll talk again next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
You bet. Bob, AJ should have said, I'm going to do it, or I can do it. I could do it. Just cocky, because he said,
I'm going to do it. There's no doubt.
It doesn't have to back it up. He can just say he's going to do it, though, on the air. Just say, oh, no, I'll come out and do 21.
He's not a liar. He's
I know
not
he's not lying.
He's not somebody
no.
is going to sit there and just hype himself up the whole time.
No, okay. That's not what I do. Maybe. Anyway, thanks to all the juicers. Thank you to our guest today, Your Highness. WeWinYouWin.com. Thank you to AJ Hawk. Thanks, Bobby. Thank you to Brady. We'll see you guys again on Monday. This has been Morning Juice.
Bobby Carpenter here with Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. In sports, it's always a good idea to be working on your fundamentals. Off-season, during the season, it doesn't matter. The ones who drill the fundamentals are the ones who consistently win. The same holds true when you're running a business. Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, know banking fundamentals can make all the difference.
Thanks, Bobby. There's no substitute for doing the right thing, and often the hard thing in business. Managing the books, cash flow, and sales tracking is as important as producing the product. The business cannot succeed without good fiscal management.
Thanks, Chuck. Riverside Bank of Dublin knows that most business owners are busy people, and that's why we can assist in cash management. Let one of our commercial bankers help you do the right thing, too. These skills will help you grow your business and get a loan when the time comes. We want to help. Call us.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets,
Don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unmatched reliability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit EventRiskInc.com.
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, like, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple years, and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this, and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab, just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS-FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination.
Pitch. It's just kind of on, right? And you
right.
Look up every once in a while when something big happens. During a typical NFL Sunday or any NFL game, you're pretty locked in on everything that's happening. During a preseason game, though, it's kind of, oh, okay, Cam Ward's out there. Yeah, I'll watch a little bit of that. Oh, Caleb Williams. Yeah, I'll watch a little bit of that. And you're kind of watching it. You're not locked in on every play. So you're definitely watching. You're right. Preseason football. You're just not quite as locked in as you may have been, especially when we get to the backups in the second half of games where it's like, I don't even know who that guy is. Why is there